Survival House Network. Hey, what's up, guys? Aaron and Zach here.
Sorry.
We're going to be doing a commentary, that's what's up, and we're going to be doing an episode of the Twilight Zone. This is, of course, Zach's foray. This is his area that he loves. And
this show be dank AF, though. It dank me to dust. It really does.
So why don't you tell him what episode we're doing?
We're doing an episode from Season 5, Episode 22. It's called An Occurrence at Owl City Bridge. And the thing with this episode is this is perfect for this show because it's mostly visual and all the stuff is told basically through visuals. And there's a couple episodes like this. Charles Bronson was in one that had very little dialogue in Season 2, I think.
Awesome. So do you want to go ahead and get started? Is there anything you want to preface?
Well, real quick, this is special in that this is the only episode that was basically submitted and they use it as an episode. So it was made in France, I think. So yeah, we'll see that. He's going to introduce it that way.
So it wasn't actually just written and then they produced it. Somebody actually fully produced this in France and submitted the whole episode finished.
Yeah, maybe it was originally a short film that they made this as an episode. I don't know. We'll see.
Very cool. Well, if you guys are already familiar, this is streaming on Netflix, so you can follow along. I don't know how much longer this is going to be on Netflix. It seems like it's been on for a while, and but catch it while you can. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play.
And fun fact, I was actually I thought of it a while back. We could do that episode because, yeah, we don't have to follow along. It's just we could talk over it and not miss anything. But I thought this was on season 4, which is the season that isn't streaming ever.
And why? What's so special about that season? Is there something different about it that's hard for them to obtain it, for them to have skipped it?
It's whatever they changed to an hour-long show.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. What, do they pay per minute or something?
I don't fucking know. Yeah. It was, they switched to an hour time slot and then switched back the next year. So I don't know what the problem is.
So, anyway, it's been cool. I watched this growing up in passing because they'd always play it on those old, I think they used to play it on Nick at Night way back in the day and things like that. So I'd watch cherry-picked episodes here and there, but I didn't quite have the bond with it that you did, Zach.
Fuck you then. You could just, suck my tit.
I wasn't saying that as a dig. I was saying that in a sense that I'm very happy that I get to experience these episodes with you.
You could titty fuck a lasagna for all I give a shit. This fucking show is great, and you don't know that. You don't understand that.
So what is the premise of this episode?
This episode takes place after the Civil War, and this fucking guy is about to be hung. They're gonna hang him out to dry. You think he's well hung, by the way?
I couldn't tell you.
We're gonna see.
It's the telling of a man's last few hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the gallows. It's like that Iron Maiden song.
Exactly. That's what they got the idea for that song from. This
episode, really? Or are you lying?
I just made that up, but it might have been.
Okay.
They had a song called Twilight Zone.
Well, I mean, legit, though, you think about songs like Run to the Hills. I think he literally wrote that, Bruce Dickinson, about Bonanza.
Technically, he didn't get any of the writing credits for that album. Legally, he's not allowed to admit if he wrote any of those songs because he was still under contract with the band he was in before Iron Maiden.
What were they called? Samson?
Yeah, Saxon or whatever the fuck it was.
No, Saxon was a different band. That's Biff Bifford, Bill or whatever.
Yeah.
Samson, I think, was the name. But
I want to talk to Samson.
Bruce Dickinson had this fixation on cowboys and Indians and stuff, and the plight of the American Indian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't very metal when you think about it.
It's not metal. He's so unmetal. Fuck him. Fucking flying planes and shit.
Well, he was real big into literature and stuff. You know, obviously Rime of the Ancient Mariner and tracks like that.
Yeah, fucking, it's so unmetal. Fucking, those bangs of his look like a fucking retard.
It is kind of weird though. They had, yeah, he's ridiculous. Their huge breakthrough with him, obviously, Number of the Beast. It didn't really set an accurate representation of that band as a whole, having like the devil and the whole imagery, and obviously Number of the Beast 666. Nowhere else in their catalog were they ever that kind of a band. They weren't a dark band. I don't know. They were more. I don't know what they sang about.
That was, yeah, nerdy shit.
Nerdy shit, clairvoyance, wizards to a degree. Can I Play with Madness? Talking about, fucking
wizard is, yeah, it's just,
yeah, black magic and wizard. I don't know, just in a nerdy way. It's not really a dark thing.
Yeah, this guy kind of looks like a more handsome Polly.
Who the fuck is that?
From fucking our boy Polly. We're gonna shoot you for catch you trespassing.
Oh, okay.
For fucking Rocky and all that shit. You can't see it?
No, I can't.
Oh, what a fuckboy.
I was kind of seeing some Danny Masterson.
That's Polly. I would fuck this Polly though. This is supreme Polly. This Polly in his prime.
Totally off topic. Last night, after this recording, they had the Academy Awards, which I never watch, but I do always see online inevitably who won the big prizes or whatever of that Stroke Fest.
Fucking autistic fits all around.
Isn't it funny how the Green Book or whatever was directed by Peter Farrelly, the guy that brought us Something About Mary and Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, he directed a bunch of shitty comedy movies his whole life. Now he gets an Oscar. People are shitting on him. Like, fuck you, Peter Farrelly. Fuck you.
It's really weird though. Is this the first movie he's done without his brother?
I don't know. I think they both did movies alone throughout their career. Maybe.
Well, I was looking at his filmography tonight because it got me curious, and every other thing under his list was a Farrelly Brothers movie.
Yeah. I remember.
So I don't know.
Like, I saw somebody in that group, Film Buffs. He was like, the guy who directed fucking Dumb and Dumber 2, Shallow Hal, and this other movie, he just won an Oscar. Let that sink in. And I trolled him. I was like, yeah, the fucking kid from Critters 3 won an Oscar 3 years ago. Let that sink in. Like, what the fuck does it matter what they directed to there? And fuck you, Shallow Hal. That was a pretty dank movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, it's not consistently perfect, but
it's not great, but it's got a good message. I don't know why you'd shit on that one of all of his filmography.
Yeah, that Stuck on You one's even fat. That's one you should attack, right? That Matt Damon.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, not so good.
I was a fan of their movies before that. That was the one that I was like, this ain't good.
Well, so Me, Myself, and Irene, the first act or maybe the first half is hilarious.
I think that whole movie is good. I think it's funny.
I think it takes a hard dip, man. And I can't remember at which point it is. Maybe it's when they kind of go on the run with him and that girl. But there's a point where I want to say the first act is just laugh out loud hilarious. And then it's not consistent. It doesn't keep its pace. What else? There's Stuck on You, which is garbage. And there's another one. I can't think of it.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind either.
No, there's another one I wanted to name drop too that was...
Kingpin was one.
I've never liked Kingpin, to be honest with you. And I want to like it, but I just can't do it.
Something About Mary I like.
Yeah, Something About Mary's good.
See, look, he's reminiscing about his family.
I was thinking Hall Pass. They did that movie with Owen Wilson. And,
oh, yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah, I saw it once, and I didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
They had a full frontal dick in it, though. There's a scene, I believe. I don't know if it was Jason Sudeikis or Owen Wilson's character, but they woke up by a pool and there's literally a sweaty dick right an inch from their face.
That's dog.
It was pretty raunchy.
I would have fucking started drooling right away.
But you know what though is I don't know why you would take a dig at that, because to me, if you're somebody that can do movies like Dumb and Dumber and then also do a movie like this that's supposed to be dramatic and have some blah blah big message, shouldn't that make you more versatile and more appreciated, you'd think?
Yeah, they're shitting on the message, though. And I haven't seen the movie. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't sound interesting. It sounds like Driving Miss Daisy Part 2 or something.
Except in reverse, because the white guy's driving the black guy.
And I heard that's probably a big fucking reason why that one guy was so pissed, because he lost to Driving Miss Daisy
Spike
in this
Lee.
movie.
Well, that was his joke. I think he had said that in an after press thing.
And he showed up looking like fucking Waluigi or whatever his fucking name is.
Black Waluigi. Yeah.
Yeah, that purple ass suit.
Yeah, I don't know. So they said that when they announced that as the best picture, not his Black Klansman or Black KK Klansman, however you want to pronounce the darn thing.
Is that a fucking remake?
What?
Is that a remake of the fucking exploitation Black Klansman?
I have no idea.
Oh, see, look. He fucking they didn't do it right. He gets fucking freed, baby.
But yeah, supposedly the second they announced Green Room, he tried to leave the premises, and they wouldn't let him leave for some reason. I don't know if it's a safety thing, but they wouldn't let him leave. And I guess prior to all that, when he was being interviewed about having a nomination for Best Picture, I think it was the first time since Do the Right Thing in the 80s, right, when he lost to Driving Miss Daisy. And he had made a crack beforehand saying, the only movie he might have a problem with winning over his would be that one. Because
it's almost like the fucking, the universe looked down and thought they'd play a fucking joke on Spike Lee. Like, literally, the world's just raining shit on Spike Lee tonight.
He was prophetic, man. Or the powers that be heard him say that. Like, oh, man, well, he doesn't know what we got coming to him. We're going to twist the screws on this guy.
The powers that be. Exactly.
I think his particular beef was that he was going to get beat out yet again by a white guy telling a black man's story.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
So he's always kind of been that type of dude, right? That Al Sharpton type of guy.
Yeah, fucking. We're fucking Al Sharpton. What was that joke from Dave Chappelle's show? Whenever he's doing the Black Klansman, oddly enough, he's like,
America's at war with Al Qaeda, but we're still losing the war against Al Sharpton.
Yeah, the Oscars are stupid, man. It's a bunch of old elite, out of touch pricks, stroking each other, off, saying, "Hey, you're also elite and stupid, and you did a good job." And they all applaud for each other. It really is the silliest tradition.
I don't know. To me, it's in a way like there's no way to not make it like that. Like, oh, we're gonna have an award ceremony for movies. There's no way it's not gonna end up seeming like that. In a way.
What are you talking about? When it's voted like People's Choice Awards, I mean, even though that's fucking stupid, at least, even though the People's Choice Awards, that always seemed like that went off popularity, right? The Oscars isn't. That's just off artsy fartsy stuff.
See, they think we can't let the people decide. They're gonna fucking put really retarded shit in here, but then they pick retarded shit too.
It's fine to have their little ego stroke club and they can award each other, but why does everybody like Moth to Flame watch it every year and talk about it, right?
I think people do. I think people just fucking relish in their hatred of it. They like to be that guy that's like, I don't even fucking care about the Oscars, but then they talk about it, so obviously they do.
I mean, if you really care about who wins, you're going to see it right after it airs. I mean, yet it still gets ratings. People actually tune in and sit down and watch it. And I'm like, I would never waste my time doing that.
Yeah, this time they didn't even have a host. And apparently it didn't go so bad. Like, the host, they're like, oh, yeah, fucking, we don't even need that shit anymore.
If anything, it probably kept the show moving, right?
Exactly.
Because you had no weird interludes where they're doing stand-up comedy.
Especially Kevin Hart. Like, that fucking midget. What funny thing has he done in a while?
You got me, man. I don't know.
Fucking Kevin Hart. He's amazing. He's an amazing actor.
What do you think about that Rami Malek guy winning Best Actor?
I don't care.
Yeah.
He did fine in that movie. The movie wasn't great. It was okay, whatever. It was
that Queen movie was exactly what I predicted it would be. I knew it would be just par for the course as far as those music biopics go. Right? It was. Mm-hmm. It had the same formula as they all do, and of course they altered events and placed them in different order to fit a more dramatic formula for the movie setting. Blah blah. I saw all that coming, and once you start watching that movie,
I kept fucking just getting annoyed by all the fucking fuck ups. Like, oh, they're playing Fat Bottom Girls during an album cycle before they even recorded that song. That's great.
Like 10 years before.
Yeah.
Well, and just the biggest thing is the AIDS reveal came way before, and they had it timed right before this Live Aid thing. But when he obviously didn't reveal that he had AIDS until kind of almost to the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like a few years after Live Aid, he didn't even tell his band members. So that was all just for dramatic appeal. But I think the biggest crime was the fact that they just created this whole farce of them breaking up. That never happened.
He did record solo shit, though. Did they not break up before it?
They never broke up.
Right.
They were always going on. In the movie, it portrays it like they were in limbo for a few years, and that's when the solo album crap was going on. Never happened. They were touring all the time, and they had albums, and they never broke up.
So they needed that stupid ass beat where like, oh yeah, boy meets girl, girl finds out boy better under somewhat heinous pretenses. They break up, but then they get back together 5 minutes later. It's all good.
Yeah, no, exactly. They get back together because let's write in that he finds out he has AIDS, and that's why he wants to get back together to smooth things over. And it just so happens to coincide with this big Live Aid concert.
Yeah, Rachel Lee Cook found out Freddie Prinze Jr. Made a bet, and that's why they met in the first place. And then she don't like him for a while, but it's okay. And 5 minutes later.
And the idea that Brian May came up with the "We Will Rock You" audience stomp clap chant like right at the last minute during the Live Aid rehearsal when he comes back to the band never happened. That song came out News of the World. That came out News of the World, right? That was the 70s, not the fucking 80s. That song had already been around.
I don't think that's what happened in the movie, though, is it? It was before they broke up. It was while they were rehearsing or something.
No, it's when he came back. I thought when he came back to rehearse for that damn stupid show.
I don't think so. I think it happened a little earlier.
Well, regardless, it happened. What I think I'm right, but even if I'm wrong, it happened where they were supposedly in the 80s.
See, look at this motherfucker. He got out. He's home free. He's a fucking fugitive. He got to hide himself for a while, but he's just gonna find his family. Like, that'd be donk. He could fuck that wife of his again and hang out with them kids. But not hang out with the kids so much as fuck the wife because kids suck.
So what's the big twist of this episode?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see, baby. We'll have to wait and see. Why would I just tell you now?
I don't know.
How did you see that new preview for the revival of this show?
I never watched the trailer. I heard good things about it though. What's it all about?
There was some cool little tidbits. There was like little nods to the original show. There was a shot of the fucking the classic nightmare at 2,000 whatever feet. It showed like the fucking head of the monster on the plane wing in the ocean. Stuff like that was pretty cool.
So they're legit remaking episodes.
See, I don't know. I don't know if it's just kind of hitting at it because it's like, oh, maybe it'll just be a shot where it's panning through an ocean and we just happen to see that, and it'll just act like nothing was there or something. Who knows?
You know what they should do, man? He's still alive. They need to remake that episode and have William Shatner reprise it.
Yeah, they are remaking at least 2 episodes I saw.
But what would you think if they got old William Shatner to play the same role?
That'd be crazy. He could be on his way to a fucking, convention, a Star Trek convention, and there's a fucking monster on the wing of the plane.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Which reminds me, have you ever seen that movie with Tim Allen where he plays like that character pretty much?
Tim Allen?
Yeah, fucking Galaxy Quest. That's probably his best movie.
Oh, I've seen Galaxy Quest. See, I thought you meant like the monster on the wing thing. Like, what? No, you meant like Star Trek. Yeah, Galaxy Quest is good. I enjoy it.
Probably his best movie.
And it's got one of those alien life form creatures is one of the special people from The Ringer.
Special people, exactly. Yeah, that reminds me too, that fucking show, The Orville. Seth MacFarlane. See, I always hated Seth MacFarlane. I thought that guy can't fucking write for shit. He sucks. He's a terrible director too. That fucking 8 Ways to Die in the West, or whatever the fuck that was. But he made a show that I can watch and not hate. It's okay.
I didn't like Ted, dude. That movie was so overhyped when I finally watched it. I remember it came out to Redbox, and I was with my family at the time, and we rented it. And my little brother was saying how hilarious it was because he went and saw it in the theater, and I watched it. And I didn't laugh once.
Never watched it.
Didn't laugh a single time.
I remember people were coming their pants because, like, oh my god, he brought the fucking Flash Gordon guy. Oh, Flash Gordon, I love it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You can go to any small town convention and see that guy.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
Now, if it had Flash Gordon, I would have watched it.
Is that the porn equivalent?
Yeah. That's a dog film. We should do that movie next.
No, that's all right. I'm good.
See, wouldn't a flower just smell that much sweeter after you just escaped death?
I guess. So, hey Zach, when I'm in London next week, I should try and find a London bum.
I don't want to go to London. In London.
I want to find a London bum and see if he'll come to my hotel and get on my podcast, and we'll do a podcast.
And then he can shank you while you're fucking recording. That'd be funny.
Well, that's all he's going to have is a rusty blade over there. I could do that thing, and I could get a British prostitute.
That'd be dog.
And pay them for their time just to come up and do a podcast with us.
Exactly. And with us, I won't be there.
Oh,
you could be there in spirit.
You can remote in. I can just do what we're doing.
You got to bring 2 headphones for her and another microphone for her.
I am actually going to bring more than one set because I'm already going to do a podcast with my buddy John Milan.
John Milan. That's a funny name. It sounds like an echo through a crowded, subway terminal. John Milan. John Milan. See, I thought I'd make fun of him just because he's got to hear this. Probably. Maybe. Someday.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know how often he listens to our stuff. But he's the head of that group you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Phil Buffs.
And I think I was talking to him the other day, this guy, and we were talking about, about recording here in a couple of weeks and stuff. And he got to talking about policies and political stuff, him being a Brit and, me being American. And then I had mentioned you and me and how our opinions differ on that stuff. And he had said something that it somehow alluded to the fact that he thinks all the shit you post is real. And I was like, oh no, dude, the guy's the biggest troll in the world. Like, that's kind of his thing. You can't ever take anything he says seriously. And he wasn't saying it in a disrespectful way. He just assumed that was your character. Like, oh yeah, he thinks this and that and that. Like, no, that's not. Well, I mean, I think you do really feel that, Critters 3 is the underrated.
That's when fucking our boy peaked. And then he won an Oscar for some fucking a movie where he wrestles a grizzly bear. Fuck that.
Yeah.
He needed it for Critters 3.
He used the Critters role to prepare himself to play the mentally challenged in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Exactly. Fuck exactly.
He tapped into that Chiodo bro mentality.
Mm-hmm. The Chiodo bro.
I didn't even know if the Chiodo bros did part 3. I don't even know where they stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. They probably might have. I don't know. They're on Facebook, by the way. You could friend them and talk to them. They'll talk to you.
Yeah, we should get them on a podcast. That'd be fun.
I'll be dog.
See if they do, a Critters movie we haven't done. I think we only did Critters 1, and I'd choose to have them on something like Ernest Scared Stupid because of the trolls and what's it called?
Have we done Ernest Scared Stupid though?
We did Ernest Scared Stupid. We did Killer Clowns. Did we do Ernest Scared Stupid? I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that so funny that we done so many that we forget?
I'm pretty sure we did Ernest Scared Stupid.
I remember doing Ernest Goes to Jail. I actually didn't Mac. I think Mac was on for Ernest Scared Stupid. So it was a special episode.
I want to say Ernest Scared Stupid is a fairly trafficked video of ours.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out.
That reminds me. I think Cinema Inbook should be a show that like, it's not so fucking, by the books. Like there could be some chaos thrown in where, Aaron, he goes over to his brother's house and he's talking to his brother about Ernest Scared Stupid. He's like, fuck it, let's do a Cinema Enema. And it doesn't even fucking matter. He could just have an episode where it's him talking to somebody. Like if you have a friend that loves a movie that I don't like, and then you want, like, I want another person that loves this movie, you can do that. It'd be dog.
Yeah, Ernest Scared Stupid is in our top 20 highest traffic videos, so we did it.
It's pretty fucking dog.
It's pretty cool.
Jim Vardy's ghost lives on through the Revival House.
But I think we should take Cinema Enema and, I don't know, slowly tweak it as time goes by. Let's kind of keep it, like, when we did our first episode, which, I don't know, is probably up by this point, let's kind of keep playing with that formula and we'll tweak it ever so slightly, I think. Because that first episode was a lot of fun.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should tweak it slightly over a course of like 5 years, and then before long, like just do commentaries exclusively on it.
And then we revert the show back to the old style,
and then make a new podcast with another reference to fucking anal douching.
we rename it to a BTM Classic. That's just the name of the podcast. It's like Coke. It's like Coke Classic, Pepsi One.
Holy shit! His wife is there. Like, what's happening here?
Oh, is this the twist? What's going on here?
His wife was an actor the whole time.
Wait.
She's just hanging out.
An actor? I haven't been following along. What the hell's going on? Why would she be an actor?
I'm joking. You don't have to follow along. There's no dialogue. It's just all visual.
So he makes it home. That's the twist. I mean, there's got to be a twist.
We'll have to see, baby. We'll have to see.
Well, it's about to wrap up, so let's see.
Wrap it up, B. Put that condom on there.
She's pretty attractive.
Get some Jimmy hats for your cock.
So what's going to go on? She's got to be like a lizard creature or something. Starman.
She's fucking Hillary Clinton.
Ugh.
The gills come out. And the fucking Alex Jones shows up. He's like, I told ya. Fucking, what's it called? Pizzagate 2.
All right. So this has to be the twist.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe there is no twist. Maybe the twist of this episode is that there is no twist.
Oh, he was delusional because he was about to die?
Fuck it, that's what happens. What if that's what happens right before you die? They talk about, oh, you see your life flash before your eyes. No, you go on this adventure one last time. You beat that woman that your lost love.
Interesting. I wonder if it was really supposed to be playing throughout his mind the millisecond before they actually pushed him over, or if the lapse of time was a little weird. Like, what if that was what was flashing in his brain before he actually died?
That's what I always took from it.
Like maybe when he was impacted, but he didn't die right away, and it's just like a quick flash. I don't know.
It's like whenever you fall, like whenever you're in a chair and you fucking you're like, do that thing where you tilt it on two legs, and then you have that moment where you feel like it's gonna fall, and you're like, oh, you get that jerk and that sudden race in your heart, like it's like that, baby. Like it all happened in that instant where he's fallen.
Yeah, man, it was pretty cool. I mean, I liked how it abruptly just kind of cut back to that. It was kind of neat.
Kind of fucking neat. Yes, see this predated like fucking Jacob's Ladder. They ripped this off.
So, do you want to read a couple of comments here, Zach?
If you want to, fuck boy.
Yeah, I'll read a couple. Why not? Sure. And I honestly, there's a couple here. I'm not sure where I left off here, but I have a pretty good idea. So, Mutineer, this is a good comment. And I believe he's a recent commenter. I don't know how long he's been listening, but he's a new guy that's been going through and leaving comments and dropping stuff on all the archival stuff.
He's like fucking DJ Qualsing it up. The new guy. He's gonna fucking get the guy from Black Flag. He's gonna fucking teach him how to be cool and shit.
Okay. But anyway, Mutineer, it seems like you just recently discovered us, so thanks a lot. You commented on Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and you say, Zach, you beta soy boy, as bad as part 5 was, 6 was worse.
Yeah, I see why people would hate 6 more, because part 5, I just disagree. Like, part 5, it's more of just a simple slasher movie, but to me, part 5, it's just got so much shit going on with it that I don't like. Like, fucking the Tina chick, mainly. Fuck her.
What was all that wrestling you were doing over there, man, while you're talking?
Don't acknowledge that. Fuck you.
Well, you were doing it while you're talking. It's going to be in the final edit.
Don't acknowledge it, though.
All right. So, Problem Child 3, Junior in Love, that aborted mess we did recently. Adrian Mendoza, the Omega himself, speaks. He says, Aaron, could I see a pic of your brother's ass? Okay. So on a previous podcast, I discussed my brother who had that surgery. And today I actually sent a picture to Zach of the aftermath of that. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did, baby.
All right, he's taking a piss. I'm going to give it a second. This guy can't fucking go a 25-minute commentary without taking a piss in a bottle.
Oh, it's another one where I got to stop or it's going to overfill. That fucking moment, whenever you got to fucking hold it. Like, you just want to let it go, but you got to stop. That sucks.
Yeah, how about go before we do a 25-minute podcast, man?
Well, that would be fun, though.
I'd hate to see you in a movie.
Exactly.
How often do you get up to piss when you go to the cinema?
I don't. I can hold it, but I don't want to hold it whenever here. You got to let the magic happen.
All right, anyway, back to normal stuff here. You saw the picture I sent you of the aftermath of that surgery.
Yeah, now it really looks like a pussy.
His ass looks like Frankenstein. And he literally will rip himself a new one if he takes a shit too hard.
Yeah, he's got stitches. And he said that whenever he farts, he can feel the fucking air coming out of the stitches. That's donk.
So, and you go on to say, you guys need to watch Blade Runner Final Cut. Well, that's what we did for the first episode of Cinema Enema, so you will be hearing our thoughts on that very, very shortly, if not already. And he says he likes Cinema Enema, the name. It is a good name. Did you ever think about, Zach, combining it and calling it Cinenema? Cinenema?
Cinenema.
Cinenema. It kind of rolls off the tongue, and it makes people ask.
Cinenema.
What do you think, Cinema Enema or Cinenema?
Whichever. I don't care.
All right. And he goes, I hope you're feeling better after your enema, Zach. That's what he says. And he goes, Zach, have you ever thought about going and getting colon hydrotherapy? Have you?
No. I need to go and fucking just get my shit checked out because I'm getting backed up again.
Isn't that essentially just douching your asshole?
Pretty much, yeah. You gotta shoot some fucking liquid in there to break up your shit because it's all impacted and shit.
He says, I don't know if there are any places in Illinois where you can get your colon cleansed. I don't have any constipation problems, but I've been meaning to get my colon cleansed.
Fuck yeah, you need to do the coffee enema. You ever see the coffee enemas? That show Wife Swap, there was this fucking weird family that did coffee enemas, and it showed them having little coffee enema parties where they were like fucking laying down, fucking drinking coffee through their asshole.
Isn't drinking coffee the regular way good enough for a coffee enema? Because that stuff goes right through you, man.
I don't know. Never liked coffee.
It's a natural diuretic. I think that little crack at the end, he was being sexual. That was like a sexual innuendo.
Fuck yeah. See, the last time we did a fucking playthrough of Resident Evil 2, and we all ended saying we were going to go jack off, and he said, think of me, and I did think of him for a second. I thought of that picture of David Bowie.
Okay, so the last handful of comments here, I want to go and highlight our new listener and commenter, Mutineer. He's got a sweet avatar of the Invisible Man, the old school Universal. It's pretty neat. He, like I said, he looks like he's going through the archives, man, so we're very happy to extend the family. He says on the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 commentary, he quotes Dokken. He's singing "We're the Dream Warriors." I find it impossible to sing or hum the Dream Warriors chorus without going into that Don Dokken claw stance, with the hand. Yeah, it's pretty hard not to do.
That weird face he makes at the end. We'll be gone. He just fucking holds that, and you just see his lip quivering, and it's like, oh fuck, I just want to bust a nut in his face.
Yeah. Do you want me to go ahead and read? He left a comment on the latest Mac and Zach classic you posted. Just since you don't do new ones of those too often.
Oh yeah, we'll just reread it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Bride of Chucky. Which, by the way, did an episode go up this Monday? Aren't you putting up the classics?
Yeah, I forgot. I'll put one up tonight.
Okay. So he goes on Bride of Chucky. He says, Bride of Chucky wasn't that bad. The Martha Stewart jokes were always lame, though. Seed of Chucky went straight off a cliff. Damn straight.
See, here's an unpopular opinion. Child's Play 3 is better than Bride of Chucky to me.
No way. No way, Jose.
Oh, you could just suck my tit.
See, the only ones that I think are really, really great is the first two. I don't like Child's Play 3. I've been vocal about that. I don't hate Bride of Chucky. I think it's fun. And I think at the point in which it came out, it was refreshing because it was getting a little tired after that third one. And I think they really, really hit their whole self-awareness shtick on the money with that. It's perfect. Obviously, they went way too far with Seed of Chucky. But I don't understand Mac's take on that commentary. I believe he said he hates it and he thinks it shits the bed once it becomes a road movie, right? I think the movie's consistently fun enough and it keeps its tone throughout. So I think
it's consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just joking. But part 3's better.
We should do Seed of Chucky, man. It's the last one that hasn't been done between those two shows.
Yeah, we should. We should also fucking take a shit, come on the shit, film it, and then review that too. Do a commentary on that.
What do you think, Mutineer? Sounds like a plan. Mutineer, you also comment on our Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth commentary. He's basically answering our questions on how exactly I think the box was solved, and he chimes in saying the box is solved only when you desire it enough or something like that. I think maybe...
No, you just gotta fucking rob the top nipple of it.
Well, I think that's what we were talking about, how easy it was to open. I don't think it's that easy to open. I think you actually have to have, like he's saying, the desire.
Well, according to the fucking series, throughout it, people just pick it up and solve it really easily. So apparently they get by on the fact that there's a shit ton of fucking sexually repressed motherfuckers out there that just happen to fucking stumble upon it.
Mutineer, we're going to finish off the comments here by reading the little anecdotes you left on our It commentaries. That's the Tim Curry versions. You left a couple on the part 1 and the part 2. On the part 1 of that It commentary, you elaborate and you say, hey, the sewers are like a giant underground spider web that the entire town of Derry is trapped in. It is more into eating fear physically, or psychically, I apologize. So the physical isn't as important. Some victims end up, quote unquote, floating in spider webs down in the sewers. So if that's really true, that makes sense in the, because I think that's something I brought up in the remake. Like, why the fuck are they just floating up there? Because they were... So maybe, because in the miniseries, it's a little bit more literal. Aren't they like actually in fucking web?
Yeah, I think the floating thing was just like, that's just something Georgie asked and he just happens to say, yeah. I think they gave that meaning in the remake.
Yeah, but they don't try and do a double an innuendo with it or a double play. Or
they could be. They could be, yeah.
Because like I said, Bev was like really floating in the remake. There was no web. Wasn't she just floating, suspended in animation up there? Right?
Yeah, they were all like floating up to the top or whatever. And
I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't like that remake. Whatever. Anyway, on the It Part 2, you said it is afraid, but I also think it can't physically interact with people that don't believe in her. He keeps referring to it as a her, by the way. So is that something I'm missing from the book?
But yeah, I think that might be, it might be a chick. Might be the chick. We could fuck it. It's got a pussy.
He says, I think that's why most adults don't see her or her effects on the world like blood splatters and such. It thinks initially she will be able to kill the adults easier because they only sort of believe and can't write back with their imaginations. But, I think he meant fight back, but she overfires their imagination and becomes afraid. Yeah, that wasn't just a typo. He continuously referred to it as a her, so that must be something else I don't understand. I'm surprised nobody else brought that up in the onslaught of messages.
Because it's fucking coke-induced writing. Nobody remembers that shit.
It's crazy because it seems like we were getting a lot of comments on those two, right? Correcting us with the whole ritual of Chud and all that stuff. It was just nonstop. Anyway, lastly, you comment on the part 2. You say it's true. Michael Keaton was the best Batman because we were obviously talking about that. He says they should have let Burton do part 3 and part 4. I mean, if it was a shitty script. Oh yeah, they should have let him do his vision. That's right. Yeah, they were because. They wanted him to compromise. They still wanted him to, well, I don't know if they really wanted him to do it, but they were going to like let him do it, but he had to bend to their will and he wasn't going to do that. So thank goodness. And, I think Michael Keaton was still on board even after Burton left, but he didn't like the script. And so, fair enough. It wasn't a very good script. I don't like Batman Forever. I still don't like Batman Forever. I think Riverman likes that shitty movie. It's not good.
It's not good, but it's entertaining to be.
People talk about, oh, Batman Robin sucks, Batman Forever's good. No, to me it's a Halloween 4 and 5 situation. People talk about, oh, Halloween 4 is good. Like, no, Halloween 4 is good because it's next to 5. Like, that's why it seems so good to everybody, I think. It's because
I think it's probably one of the better sequels.
Oh my God. I just think it benefits from having part 5 after it. That's really what I think personally.
I would say it's better than part 2.
I would have to disagree with you.
You are wrong. I appreciate your opinion, but you are incorrect.
It is a good game, but I believe Donkey Kong is the greatest game ever. No, but that's the way I feel about Batman Forever. Yeah, Batman Forever might seem all right, but that's because we got that shitfest Batman and Robin after it. But really, one is diarrhea shit and the other one is hardened dog shit, right?
The other one is AIDS cum.
It's like, I guess you'd rather take a bite out of a fossilized piece of hard dog shit than drink up some diarrhea dog shit, I guess, but I'd rather not have either.
It's a fucking delicacy where I come from.
I guess so. And that's where we're going to stop for comments, guys. Let us know if you guys want us to keep doing these short videos every now and again, these short commentaries. They're a lot of fun. They're pretty refreshing, and they're good for us when we want to record a little extra, but we don't necessarily want to burn, the well too dry and get a little worn out on it. So we're trying to get some extra content in the can before I leave for a few weeks, because as I've mentioned, I'll be in Europe, but it's looking like we're still going to record while I'm over there. So we're getting ahead of the game, but I want to at least record once while I'm over there, maybe even twice. So I'll be bringing some equipment down there and, taking advantage. Is there anything else you want to add, Zach, before we vamonos?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for everything. Make sure you guys are doing the usual stuff, the usual spiel. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed naturally. Make sure you're clicking the notification bell. But even more than that, if you're a long timer, spread it out to the people you know. Share us with your mothers, your grandmothers, your sons, your daughters. I think there's something here for everybody. I think Zach's humor can be appreciated by all forms and walks of life. And if you guys are only on YouTube, make sure you guys look in the description below and follow us on over to podcast networks. We're everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. Those are typically going up earlier. And to me, they're superior versions. And above all, you would just be supporting us a whole lot if you listen to us over there as well. Subscribed over there. And if you felt so inclined, leave us a 5-star rating. That stuff is gold currency over there in that world. And if you also want to go the extra mile, you can leave us a little feedback. Leave us a couple of kind words or bad words, whatever is you prefer. I'm not looking for pity here. Give us honesty. And if you want to know where to find all the up-to-date stuff, I know we've been going live here and there, and we do the Retro Rampage stuff on Twitch. We have a Twitch account, by the way, so go over there and subscribe to that, Revival House. But if you want to know when we're going live, either for a commentary, a special event, or just our Twitch stuff where we're dicking around playing games, we most recently did Resident Evil 2. Zach knocked out a full playthrough of that in under 2 hours. It was pretty cool.
Per dog.
If you want to know when we're going to be doing that to stay up and up, follow us on all social media. We're everywhere. If you can think of it, we're on the platform. And we'll always let you guys know ahead of time when we're going live, and you guys can be a part of the commentary or be a part of the Retro Rampage or what have you not. So that's all I got. We're gonna get out of here. Zach's probably going to do some heinous shit that I don't want to know about. And I'm probably going to go to bed. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, puppets.
End of the week at the Revival House. Next month's theme, you gotta figure it out. Italian zombies or Pauly Shore, a slasher with a knife and the girl next door. And 1 second in, get it all queued up and ready, hit play in 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye puppets, Zach Pete in a solo cut band. Couldn't miss crew, Cameron's loving, Josh's Scott failed and Riverman's babe. Bye-bye puppets. Sounds good, like this country used to.